Hello. It is 5:30 in the morning. Um, I got up really nice and early because my uncle had asked me to come to his house and basically just watch it for until he gets back from work because he had a doctor's appointment in the afternoon. And I was like, okay, what time should I get there? And he said, well, I go to work at 6. And I go, okay, I'll try to get there early. Um, and so I went to bed as early as I could, which is not that early. It's probably like 10 p.m. Um, and then I get a text from him saying, "Never mind." I was just like, okay, I'm already awake at like 2:30 in the morning. It's gonna be fun because I have a party to go to later at 5 p.m. So you already know it's gonna be amazing for me. Um, did you know I'm downloading a couple of things right now? Sony, PlayStation's having this mid-year sale. Fucking Darksiders. Yes, Darksiders one. I keep getting that confused with Darkstalkers. It's not the fighting game. It's the action game. Darksiders. Darksiders One War Mastered Edition is on sale for 90% off. So it's originally $20. It's $2. I'm just like, I'm not gonna pass that up. I mean, like I had like $6 in my PSN wallet. I'm like, sure, dude, fuck it, why not? And I'm just staring at Destroy All Humans. It's on there too. It's on sale for like $4. So I'm just staring at that too because I'm wondering if that game is actually good, or is it just because I played a demo of it on an old PS2 demo disc that I really like. Either yeah, PS2 I think, yeah, because it was on the same demo disc that um what's that called? Chain Dive. All right. Um, so for those of you that don't remember, um, the official PlayStation magazine would come out, and sometimes they would have a demo disc inside. And there was one demo disc in particular that had um, Destroy All Humans 2. It had a video for the Lego Bionicle game, and I there was another demo on there. And I don't know what the other demo was, but I know that there was a demo for this Japanese game called Chain Dive, and I remember that because I don't believe it was translated. It had to have been an error because there's no way, and that game never came out in America. Um, I don't think it was translated, which was so weird to me. So it's just this Japanese game on this American demo disc, and I just remember it being like it's this side scroller. I don't even know how to explain it. You play as a character, the chain diver. I don't fucking know. And he holds this like he's holding like this dual edged spear, and you have an ability to freeze enemies. And the idea is you freeze enemies and then you chain together through them. So like you try to freeze as many enemies as you can, and you try to zigzag across them. You basically freeze them and then you shatter them while they're frozen. And I don't exactly know how it works because it was in Japanese. Also, it was like 10 plus years ago, so I don't remember. But I remember there was a move that you could do. You had like I guess it's like a super meter or something like that. But you had like a gauge that you could fill out where it would just instantly freeze every enemy on the battlefield and you would just automatically chain dive through it. And it was the most radical shit. It didn't even look all that cool. I don't know if that game was as spectacular as it was, but I remember thinking like, oh man, that's the coolest shit in the world. Um, when I was a kid, I used to make little pipe cleaner figures, and I remember I made one of the chain diver, whatever his name was. I don't think I called him chain diver back then, but I based a character because I used to make my own OCs. Yes, welcome to my life. Um, and one of them was loosely based on the chain diver. Like he had like a big spear you know, and that's pretty much the extent of the how I related him to the Chain Diver. It's just he had a spear. He had a spear, and then he just similar abilities, but he just had this cool ass spear. It was awesome. But yeah, why did I even talk about that? Oh, Destroy All Humans. Yeah, I think it's Destroy All Humans too. Was on that demo disc, and I thought it was cool. I think I quite liked it. But there's a fucking what's his face? The guy that voices Billy and also Invader Zim is in that game. And that's pretty much all I remember. But anyway, it's available on PSN. You know what's not available on PSN? Fucking Katamari. It's 2018 and there's not a Katamari game on the PS4, which is fucking travesty. Um, I, I I wish they would, with all the games that they would remaster, I wish Katamari was one of them. It's fucking timeless, dude. Um, yeah. I know there's a phone game that came out, but, I want a real ass Katamari game, you know. So there's that. But that's Darksiders. If it's 90%, it's the biggest one. It's the most on sale because it's up to 50% off on a bunch of things. I think that shit is 90% off if you have Plus PlayStation Plus. I don't know how much it is. It's probably 80 on regular. You know what else is on PSN that I had no idea? Fucking the Hitman game that just came out like a couple years ago, maybe a year ago. I had no idea. I don't know if this is like a thing that always was, or if it's just a new thing. But you can download Hitman for the free. Um, it's basically like a demo. It comes with the first, because Hitman came out like episodically, right? So the first two missions are just free. I don't know if that made news anywhere, or if that's how it originally came out. But I just wanted, because I was looking for a nice stealth game to play. Because I'm playing Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, I love Kingdom Hearts, but I've played these games so many times, I'm kind of burnt out at the moment. Also, because I'm playing Dream Drop Distance, and it's not the most compelling story. Um, half of that game is not the most compelling story. It's like, oh, I'll play fucking Birth by Sleep, and I started playing Birth by Sleep, and I was like, eh. Um, but fucking Hitman is something that I was always interested in, especially the new one, just because stuff, right? So I thought, why not? I always loved Splinter Cell. I got into Metal Gear. Never got to play Siphon Filter, but whatever. But Hitman, right? And I wanted to, because apparently the new Hitman's an excellent game. It's just the way that they distributed the content was really poor. Doesn't look like they learned their lesson because you're doing the exact same thing this time around with Hitman 2, which I think is weird. Because I thought Hitman, the first one, this one, was called Season 1, so I would think they would call the other one Season 2. But no, it's just called Hitman 2. Hitman again. But yeah, it's just free. So if you have a PS4, why not why not just buy it? Just take a look at it if you're at all interested. Because if I like it, I might just buy the whole thing. Because I've been, every time I go to Walmart, it's sitting right there. I'm just like, you know. Um, the same thing for Watch Dogs. There was no demo for Watch Dogs, but I was like, Watch Dogs 2. But I was waiting for my paycheck to come in, and I went over to Target, and it was like on sale for $14. And I was like, can I get this? It's like, oh, actually, that's not that sale's not valid anymore. But since we left it up there, we're just gonna give it to you for that price. So it's like honoring the store's price, which is actually pretty cool of them because um, I don't want to say my store doesn't do that, but we don't have like specific, because the tag specifically said that this game was on sale. Like it said Watch Dogs 2 is on sale for this price. Of they forgot to take the sign down, so they're like, ah, screw it here. You saw it for that price, we'll give it to you for that price. Because we get complaints from my store about like, this was on the clearance rack, but we don't have specific clearance signs for specific items. So people could just put things anywhere and go, oh yeah, this is supposed to be on whatever. I guess the closest thing that people do that to is when people put stuff on the wrong row on the shoe rack. I'm having a very difficult time explaining this, but there's like signs that have the price and then the display shoe and then the stack of shoes underneath it. Sometimes people will throw the wrong shoes on top of the signs or whatever, and people will go up and be like, this shoe says it was like $12. Um, but you go over there and there's a way for you to check if this sign actually said it was $12, and if it's so, then we will honor it. Otherwise, no, because there's a way for us to tell. But that was cool. So I got Watch Dogs 2 for $14, and I played it for like a couple hours, and I just still haven't picked it up. There's just so many, I'm just always looking for like new games to play, but I never actually finish them. Like my sister gave me Witcher 3, an excellent game. It's very pretty, and I know I'm gonna like it. I just haven't had the I just haven't had the chance to just sit down and actually play it. Because every time I start up the PS4 and play a video game, I always want to listen to a podcast while I'm doing it. So that's why I play a lot of like games that I've already played. Like I play like Bloodborne like 12 fucking times. I clear out Nier Automata, which is the one recent game that I bought that I actually sat down and did not listen to a podcast to, because it's a game where you have to pay attention to the story, right? So I didn't want to start up The Witcher and not listen to it. So anytime I want to play The Witcher, it has to be a time where I don't want to listen to a podcast. Same thing for it's actually the same reason why I'm playing Dream Drop Distance right now, because I'm trying to remember what was in that fucking game. So when I'm playing it, I don't want to like listen to a podcast while I'm playing it. I want to actually sit down there and play it. I think the recent one that I can actually sit down and play while I'm listening to something is Street Fighter 5, because I mentioned in a video that I bought that. But yeah, I guess I'll go check out Hitman. I think I've talked for long enough. That's all I got. I hope I'm awake for the party later, because it's in literally 12 hours. Whew. And I don't really plan on sleeping in between. So, alright. I'll see you guys next time. And have a lovely day.